Hello dear friends, in this video we will talk about the Voyager Technology stock with you. This stock is actually quite an interesting one, as you know. Its IPO price started from around $76 to $73, and from there it pulled back all the way down to $17. And now we have come back up to $44. When many of you look at it, you can see things like those who were left trapped from the initial IPO, and then those taking profits. So the question here is this stock really turning around from the bottom? Is it really bouncing from the bottom as it seems, or will there be a second wave of selling in these areas, heading back down? We will try to explore and share all of this with you in this video. First of all, if you like and share this video, you would help us a lot with the algorithm. And if you follow our channel, we are eager to share such analyses with you. I can say that we are. Now, what does this stock represent? Let's talk a little bit about Voyager. Although Voyager looks like a space company, there are actually three big stories behind it. One of these is the space economy, that is, the International Space Station era. The second is NASA and government projects, and lastly, there are defense and artificial intelligence supported systems. The market might be pricing this company not as a software company, but as a future space infrastructure company. Now let's look a bit at its IPO. As we mentioned, the stock was offered to the public at $73. Then, with heavy selling, as you can see here, it pulled back down to the $16, $17 levels and made a bottom here. So why did this happen? Generally, in these kinds of IPOs, everyone rushes into a stock saying we're going to be rich, it'll be like this, and then suddenly it opens. And you look, boom, it drops straight down. So what happened? Is this a stock where opportunists opened at a high price and then it faced selling? The chart will naturally show this, and the upcoming period will reveal it. There was, of course, FOMO here. There was extreme hype on the first day. Afterwards, with profit realization coming in, we took back almost 70% to 80%. This is actually classic IPO behavior. First, an extreme expectation is formed, prices open high, and then they start tumbling down. Now, when we look at the technical side, as you can see, there was a specific band range here where sales occurred, and right now, on the very last day, May 22nd, we broke out of this and we seem to be continuing on our way. There is quite a bit of recovery. There were regulation areas within this stock. Let me show them to you. Look what a nice band range it has, with supports and resistances. And now we have moved up into this area. We are able to continue our way. However, there might be some problematic areas ahead of us. For example, like this area. This area, between $46.85 and $51.09, and prior to that, the range where the reaction was deep and we turned back from, could act as a resistance for us. Technically speaking, since May 7th, we are talking about a chart where we have been going up strongly and rapidly. This will inevitably see some profit taking from sellers. But we need to know what will happen in the period after this profit taking. Bull scenario, if we base it on the first probability, if the prices pull back from the band between $46 and $50 and then go back up, our situation in Voyager looks good. And we will continue on our way nicely. Bear scenario, however, if these sales re-enter the band of the movement here, meaning inside the green band here and pull down, we might unfortunately be talking about $29 and $24 again. The important thing here is, you might look at the balance sheet, or technical financial terms, or this and that. But right now, psychology is also playing a role in this stock, friends. Therefore, those who invested during the IPO are probably at a loss, and they likely sold their shares around here. However, the person who bought between $16 and $20 has now doubled their profit. There is such a different position at play. Right now, it's testing who is right. Were the ones who sold at the IPO right, or are those who bought here, built their cost basis, and are currently in profit right? We will see this in the coming days. As we mentioned, we talked about the bull scenario and the bear scenario. As a final technical comment, this upcoming period between $46 and $51 is important. If this is passed, it will head back towards the peak. As for targets, relatively, if we take this as a base, the Fibonacci retracement level we drew fits perfectly to the point here, as you can see. The situation is actually not bad at all. Let me show it here. Look, when you look at this peak, the Fibonacci -1 level comes in at $46.58 anyway. This area will be very important. We will see this in the coming days. Frankly, this is all we have to say for Voyager as of now. We hope those who have been holding since the IPO get their profits, and we go above $75-$80 from here. The friends are currently busy counting their profits. Have a good day, everyone.